I did not expect it to be that close. I feel like 50 pounds has been lifted off my shoulders.
Those couple of days I didn't really get much done just because I was consumed with the stress of what was going to happen and what the outcome was going to be.
It was pretty stressful. It's my first time voting. I just turned 18, so I was excited to vote in it. I live in rural Pennsylvania too, so my county went red by like a lot. It was like 27% for Biden and all the rest for Trump. So it's hard to see that so many people still support Trump after all the things that he's done in the last 4 years, like especially with the way he handled COVID and things like that.
I figured that there would be a large turnout this year as a rejection and a referendum on Trump. I took that as like a given that was going to happen. And we saw that. Joe Biden got the most votes out of any candidate in history. But so did Trump. Trump got more votes than Obama did in 2008.
The fact that somebody who is like so blatantly racist got like upwards of 70 million votes doesn't really surprise me or shock me because we haven't done enough to like uproot racism in this country.
Out of the Democratic slate, they were not my first choice, but I think they're better than the alternative.
One thing that didn't make Biden my favorite is that he wasn't as progressive as I wanted him to be. So I am very for universal health care, and that's one thing that he was lacking on.
Joe Biden was not a lot of people's first choice, wasn't my first choice, but I do really, really like Kamala Harris.
I was having a moment of just scrolling through Twitter and actually starting to cry, just seeing a woman of color be in a position like that.
Even if I don't necessarily agree with things she's done in the past, I'm happy to see a Black woman as the first female vice president. I think that's a big deal, and that's something that we should be celebrating. But I'm still Black in the same country I was Black in before. I'm still scared of white supremacy.
There is a large sect of this country that completely thinks that Trump is on their side and on their team and represents how they feel. And I don't know how the liberal establishment is going to deal with that.
I think first and foremost the coronavirus response that's affecting us right now, and that needs to be solved right now because the Trump administration has done virtually nothing for it.
Actually listening to science, which is so important if we haven't realized that already.
What do I think the administration should focus on? Primarily listening to those Black and brown voters that came out in big numbers and letting them be at the forefront of the decisions. That's how you fight capitalism and racism. And I understand this administration is not an anti-capitalist administration. They're actually very pro it.
Long term, I'm looking forward to holding them accountable and actually getting important policies gone through, getting rid of for-profit prisons. Biden said he was going to do that. I want him to do that. Also, defending LGBTQ rights and anti-discrimination.
There's such a huge gap to be filled, and one of the only positives that the Trump administration has had is just that we're more aware of the influence that politics has in our lives and how critical we need to be.
A lot of people think that protests are done, but we will protest against Biden. We will make him hear what we want and hold him accountable and push him to actually make these things happen.